full reviews, he's the hungry ferret.
Hey everybody, this is part 2 of 3. If you want to take a look at the other videos, click here or here. Today's video we're going to take a look at the Joule and how well it works. So I got a nice big old pot of hot water here, directly from the tap at 128 degrees roughly. Now once you plug in the Joule, you're going to get some indication lights. I have a chart here and you can see what they are. Hopefully you should see something like a blinking white, and then a solid white. Any other colors during the boot up, you're going to have to look and see what the problem is. This chart is also within the app, so you can take a look and understand what's going on. So once you're standing by, you could try to connect to it through the app. Now there's two ways of connecting to the Joule. You could connect via the cloud, but you need Wi-Fi and an internet connection for that. Now, if you're local, you could definitely use Bluetooth, and that's probably the best way to do this. In the beginning, you're going to have to pair your Joule with your phone and account on Chefsteps. That's something you should actually do ahead of time, so then you can pair it with your Joule via the cloud. Hopefully, the app is going to find your Joule, and then you can hit connect. Then it's going to ask you to tap the button on top. And this will start the pairing process. And from this point, you can name your Joule. There's a character limit, so you might have to be creative in your naming. Now, once you start pairing your Joule via Bluetooth, it's going to try to reach out to the network and hopefully connect to your Wi-Fi. You can run it and scan for your Wi-Fi. You're going to have to enter your Wi-Fi password. Once you do that, it'll try to reach out to the cloud. In this particular case, my internet was down and I wasn't able to quite reach the cloud, which is okay. I could just basically control the Joule via Bluetooth. Now, if you want to start using the Joule right away, you can press the orange button on the right hand bottom. To key in the temperature is very simple. Just key in the numbers and hit the orange button in the bottom. Once you do that, the Joule is going to start and try to heat the water. At this point, you also could set a timer. The Joule is actually very quiet. In the same room, you just hear some water movement. I found the level of noise to be excellent in this particular case. Now, if you want to compare the Joule app, you can also take a look at the Nova app, which is over here in the corner. Now I'm doing a test now here. It's a very similar test I did with the Nova. I basically set the same temperature roughly around the same amount of time, and I'm cooking the same amount of chicken. It said here I set the power monitor to be 0. It took roughly about 5 minutes for Joule to heat up the water, which I found pretty impressive, and it used a very little amount of electricity in comparison. The temperature was also fairly accurate. Now, for this chicken recipe, it requires a little bit more than 2 hours to run, and it used up a very little amount of electricity. This is for all the people who believe that sous vide cooking will use a lot of electricity and waste power. But if you think about it, it's just heating a very small amount of water. And all it has to do is just maintain that temperature. Another trick that Joule has is able to connect to the cloud via Amazon. Via Alexa, you could use skills to control the Joule. This enables your Joule to be voice controlled. Installation is actually very simple. All you have to do is just install the skill and then pair it to your Joule. Now the commands that you could do are very simple, and hopefully in the future they'll expand on it. You can ask Joule for the status of the water temperature.
Alexa, ask Joule for status.
Joule is not cooking, but the water is currently 122 degrees Fahrenheit.
You can set the temperature.
Alexa, ask Joule to set the temperature to 135.
Setting the temperature to 135 degrees Fahrenheit.
And once you set the temperature, you can ask for a status again.
Alexa, ask Joule for status.
The current temperature is 122 degrees Fahrenheit with a target temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit.
You can ask Joule for the status anytime you want. And also you can tell Joule to stop.
Alexa, ask Joule to stop.
Joule was stopped.
I think Joule here is a really thought out, excellent tool. Hopefully, over the course of time, it's going to further develop the Alexa app along with the phone app. The app is also much easier to use since it's visual cues. To check out the app, click the link here, and I have an analysis on the app. The trade-off for the smaller size, the faster heating, and the more convenience from using Alexa. Paired up with dots, you could extend the range of this into multiple rooms. Whether or not you find the features and the convenience worth it is really up to you. But personally, I say yes. When you get a chance, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.